$25. That's all I could spend today. School starts in just a few days, and my daughters still need notebooks, pencils, and all the supplies for a new school year. I knew they would find things they loved, but I also knew I couldn't buy everything they wanted. As each item went into our shopping basket, I kept asking myself the same question. Would $25 really be enough?
Đẹp lắm. Mã 1 nha. Hiếp Lê ơi, cái đó size S đó Hiếp. Tiên ơi, con đừng có để mà mẹ lên mà mẹ ăn đòn đấy. Chị Phương có cái áo khoác hàng cao cấp này chị Phương nè, đẹp lắm. Cái gì con? Để đó xíu mẹ lên mẹ xử lý. 380 này, 380 em để cho mấy chị luôn 270 nha. Hàng cao cấp nha. Form đẹp lắm. Ồn quá đi. Để mẹ lấy đồ ồn quá. Trong váy đỏ cũng rất là hợp nha. Cái sao sale mà tiếp thanh lý mà thiết. Áo 50, chân váy 70 nè, đó phối cho em nguyên một set này, mặc đi chơi xinh xỉu luôn á mấy chị. Theo ok Hiếp Lê nè, 50 rẻ luôn á, rẻ bèo luôn á trời. Đó, phối lại chân váy đỏ.
As soon as I picked up my daughters from school, we headed straight to the bookstore. For them, this was the most exciting part of the day. For me, it was the most expensive. The shelves were filled with colorful backpacks, pencil cases, notebooks, and things that could make any child smile. I told them to take their time and look around first. Sometimes, looking is just as exciting as buying. The first thing they found was a pencil case. They picked up one, then another, trying to decide which one they liked most. I wasn't looking at the colors, I was looking at the price tags. Every school year starts with a long list. Notebooks, pencils, rulers, colored markers, erasers, and so many little things that quickly add up. Each item seemed inexpensive on its own, but together, they could easily go beyond my budget.
Mẹ đâu có biết. Thôi mua bình thường đi con. Mua bình thường đi. Đó mua loại 40 nó cũng được. Mua loại 40 nữa. 18 màu. 18 màu. 18 màu. Hay là 36 màu. Đâu, 36 màu đâu. Mua 36 màu là cái loại mua. 80.000. 80 hả? Mua này cũng được. Mẹ thấy con mua liên tục mà.
I wanted my daughters to enjoy this moment. I didn't want them to feel that I was counting every dollar in my head. So while they smiled and explored, I quietly calculated everything in the shopping basket.
Bên đây qua lượt sticker này. Cái đó cái gì đó? Một thôi chứ mấy tiền? 12. Thôi một cái thôi. Cho hết bữa sau mua tiếp. Hết toàn mua màu tím với màu hồng không luôn á. Lựa sticker đi con.
Then they discovered the stickers. Every child loves stickers. They're not something you truly need for school. But sometimes, a small thing can make the first day of school feel much more special.
Gì đó? Hả?
Little by little, the basket became heavier, and so did the questions in my mind. Had we already reached $25, or was there still enough for the last few things on the list?
Đẹp cái mẹo riêu không nữa là mua quá à.
Cái đằng kêu mua giá. Cái nó mấy tiền?
30.
Nó thì được lấy cái 30 này. Nó thì lấy cái Đâu rồi? Không, đâu có đâu. Mua sticker mà.
Mà cho muốn bao quá mà thôi. Xem mấy cái gì khác nữa. Em thích mấy cái hình ảnh bánh mì nhô. Có sao gì nữa này?
Eventually, there were no more decisions to make. Everything we truly needed was in the basket. Now, all that was left was to find out the final total.
Cái gì mà quét?
Eventually, there were no more decisions to make. Everything we truly needed was in the basket. Now, all that was left was to find out the final total.
Qua rồi. Đủ chưa con?
Ôi, bé cho nó lại ngồi cái điện thoại.
By the time we got home, everyone was tired. The shopping bags were put away, the school supplies were ready, and for the first time that day, we could finally slow down.
Đi, cái này là khô gà độc ơi, đừng có ăn.
Khô gà độc mà thấy không ăn.
Gà học.
Cho mẹ miếng.
People often ask me what makes all the hard work worth it. The answer isn't something expensive. It's moments like these. Sharing snacks, laughing over silly jokes, and turning an ordinary evening into a happy memory.
Nước mà bớt ăn. Đã ăn tốt mà. Ăn tốt mà. Chứ y dài đâu. Rồi giúp cho mẹ ăn. Cái này cho chị ăn để không nữa đó.
Nhiều không? Nhiều quá.
Không, để thôi, để mẹ ăn, mẹ bắt ăn cũng được. Để đây nè.
Thôi mà ăn đi. Ăn đâu.
Cái này thôi, cứ ngắt cái chồng.
Cái nước là cái nước này.
Thịt gà. Gà. Chicken turkey.
Con mẹ không?
Dạ.
Dạ có.
Dạ có. Dạ thích ăn nhiều thịt cơ này. Đẹp lắm. Cũng nhiều thích ăn. Dạ thích ăn cái chỗ cũ mà cái hồi cha mua đồ chơi cái công sức cơ Ruby thì mua thổi bong bóng cái Ruby xả ở trong quán trước cái bạn mua cho Ruby ăn vạ ăn đó chỗ này hay ăn đó chứ mình mua đồ chơi đó.
Sharing snacks, laughing over silly jokes, and turning an ordinary evening into a happy memory.
Anh sẽ không xí. Anh sẽ sướng. Sướng không? Sướng không? Sướng không? Sướng.
Someone always ends up teasing the youngest. A few tears, a few hugs, and just like that, everything is all right again. I can't promise my daughters a perfect life. I can't buy them everything they ask for. But I hope they'll always remember this feeling.
Em Ruby à?
Em Ruby được nằm ở giữa nên người mẹ là sướng nhất nè.
No matter how difficult life becomes, home will always be the place where we're together.
Em Ruby nằm đâu? Ruby nằm với chú mẹ. Lúc đầu. Đã gì? Đã gì? Đã.
Tomorrow, we'll wake up and do it all over again.
Em
Mẹ vỗ mà.
mẹ bộ.
Mẹ vỗ.
A new day always starts the same way. Before breakfast, before I think about myself, there's already work waiting for me. First, I wash my family's clothes. Then, I wash clothes for a nearby hotel. It's a small job, but every load helps pay the bills. The pay isn't much. About 15,000 Vietnamese dong. Around 60 cents for every kilogram of laundry. Some difficult items pay a little more, about 20,000 dong, but they also take much longer to finish. This isn't just about washing clothes. Every shirt, every towel, every dress has to be cleaned carefully, folded neatly, and checked one last time. Before I return the clothes, I always spray a little fabric mist. It's a small detail, but I want every guest to open their bag and immediately smell fresh, clean clothes. Many people may never notice that extra step, but I notice because I believe good work isn't only about finishing the job, it's about leaving someone happier than before.
I hear you been asking about me, where I've been and where I sleep. It's hard to find me if you really want to.
By the time the last piece is folded, another part of my day is already waiting. The work never really stops, but neither does the reason I keep going. Before the day ends, there's still one more job waiting for me. After finishing the morning's work, I finally had time for breakfast. This is one of my favorite breakfasts in Da Nang. It's called bun mầm. One bowl costs just 25,000 Vietnamese dong, about $1. The bowl is topped with crispy roasted pork, fresh vegetables, rice noodles, and a rich fermented fish sauce that gives this dish its unique flavor.
Em mới kêu bún mắm, hai bún mắm. Anh Vinh gọi chi?
The smell can be surprising if you've never tried it before, but for many people in central Vietnam, it's comfort food. If you ever visit Da Nang, I think this is one local dish worth trying.
Bánh bèo chan cũng hết luôn. Bánh bèo gì?
Breakfast didn't last long because another job was already waiting for me. Today, I had to return a batch of freshly washed clothes to one of the hotels I work with. For this delivery, I receive 100,000 Vietnamese dong. It sounds like a fair amount, but after paying for fuel, electricity, detergent, and the time spent washing, drying, folding, and delivering, I earn only about 40,000 dong. That's around $1.50.
Cho con gửi đồ giặt tới. Tiền gửi qua bên anh Vinh hay sao?
Gửi rồi cho chú Vinh.
Dạ.
Chụp lên lại.
Dạ. Cái này là của cái bao đỏ này.
Được rồi. Thực phẩm tiền.
Dạ 45 với lại 55. Dạ. Dạ bên kia 55 không có lọ tờ giấy trong chỗ này.
It isn't a lot, but small jobs like this help keep our family moving forward. Every delivery, every customer, every extra hour of work brings us one step closer to tomorrow. Before the day ends, there's still one more stop, the evening market. Tomorrow's breakfast starts here. Every evening, I come to this small sidewalk market to buy fresh food for my family. It may look simple, but this is where many local families in Da Nang shop every day. The fish arrived earlier this morning. The vegetables were harvested not long ago. Everything is fresh, and the prices are much lower than in supermarkets. For families like mine, places like this help us save a little money without giving up fresh food. Every small purchase has a purpose. Fish for tomorrow's meal, fresh vegetables, and enough ingredients to feed my daughters before another busy day begins. Back home, the first thing I do is wash everything carefully. The vegetables, the fruit, everything is cleaned before it goes into the kitchen. I also bought fresh flowers and fruit, not just for decoration, but for our family altar. In many Vietnamese homes, offering fruit and flowers is a quiet way of showing gratitude, remembering those who came before us and wishing for health, peace, and good fortune for the family. No matter how busy life becomes, this is one tradition I never want to miss. Just when I thought the day was finally over, Ruby started to feel sick. She had a fever. Seeing your child like this is one of the hardest feelings a parent can have. I used a warm towel to gently cool her body, her arms, her legs, hoping her temperature would slowly come down. The medicine helps, but sometimes all you can really do is stay beside them. There wasn't much sleep that night. Every time she moved, I woke up. Every time she cried, I checked her temperature again. People often ask me, how do you do all of this by yourself? The truth is, you don't think about being tired when your child needs you. Tomorrow, there will be more laundry, more deliveries, more work. But tonight, the only thing that matters is making sure Ruby feels better. Being a mother has taught me something. No matter how difficult the day is, home is where I find the strength to begin again. Thank you for spending another day with our family. I hope to see you again in the next story.
Con bị đau rồi. Dạ, con đau rồi.